Okay, here we are back in Fell's Seal, Arbiter's Mark. Where we last left off, we kind of needed to fight the Maw, and yeah. So we'll go ahead and trigger the scenes. I have to be very careful how we do this one. So there are two endings to the game, and I'll explain how you get them. In case you're wondering, you will see both. I kind of already recorded the other one. This is much worse than anything I feared. And yes, I am playing this on a clear game file. That's the Maw, the glowing thing. Contrary to how it looks, it actually can move. It's as if the Maw is transforming the land itself to match its home realm. This is what will become of Teora if we don't deal with this monstrosity. We must put everything on the line to stop this. Any sacrifice that's required to take out the Maw. We all know what to do. We should be ready to use the sealing ritual just in case we can't obtain the Energy Fragment. Kyrie, let me handle the medallion. I will complete that part of the ritual. Are you sure about this? It seems like someone with magic as their specialty would... Come on, Kyrie, you know I can easily manage such a simple ritual. You're a marked in line to become an immortal. Let this be my footnote in history. I've known you all my life, and I can say for a fact you're not one to care about a footnote in history. Shows what you know. Please, just let me handle it. Alright, I'm sure you'll do a fine job of it. Excellent. Maybe they'll dub me Reiner the Void Chaser or something grand like that. I wouldn't get my hopes up. Iroan, this is it. The fate of Teora rests on this battle. So real quick, I need to go in here and reset some jobs. He's a gunner because, like I kind of alluded to, chivalry. You need the gunner job in order to beat the true final boss fight. You need to inflict certain status effects, in case you're wondering. So we're going to leave him over here. We're going to get them in formation so that they can... she's on the flank. She's here. She's here. I have Anadine as Ranger just because if you need to get the Energy Fragment, you don't know how. These worms have a chance to drop it if you kill them, so you can just get it by pure luck, which I kind of did. But if you don't want to leave anything to chance, then go ahead and bring a Ranger in here, collect Pelt on the worm, and you will get the Energy Fragment. Okay. That complicates things a little bit, so we need to move forward 3. I should show them all real quick. The important thing are some of his passives. So just note he's immune to Berserk and Charm, the two most overpowered stat effects in the game. He has Dreadmaw, just a random stat bomb, steals buffs, be a little careful. Forsaken one, he will use this if you wipe out all of his minions, I believe. He might do it based on his HP, but I want to say it's based off his minions, and he's level 53 here. He was 50 when I did the other ending. Sacrifice, he will kill an ally and get a surge of buffs, including Barrier, which makes him annoying. He's going to do this on his first turn. Immortal Souls, just magic nuke. Thing is, it costs 30 MP, which he's not likely to get. He'll cast something else if he gets that much. He also has Void Storm, where it's just a global. Same for Forsaken one, in case you're wondering. The thing that sucks is this one's freaking free to use. Since this costs 28, he's more likely to use this than this. His abilities are Mana Rush. His stuff is free to use when he gets low, but you can most likely kill him first. He has Ecdysis, which makes it so that he only gets debuffed for 1 turn, and then he will pass those debuffs around, so don't debuff him. He has Broodmaster, where he gets reduced damage for every ally on the field, hence why we have to thin the herd a bit. And Strong Body, so he can't be hit with percent-based stuff. He will counterattack, so we're going to use that to our advantage. Turn-wise, go here. We need her here to take the point. You could defend if you want to. The Reaper thing, Harvester, is going to use his AoE move, so up to you. She's gonna just heal when she moves anyway. Use the Energizer, not the Demoralizer, in case you're wondering. Yes, I did do that during the final boss. She needs to go into the middle. So right there he gets a surge of buffs. Oh, he killed the worm too? No, the worm just went down. I was about to say, I did not see him do that last time. Anyway, I have the Arch Afflictor maxed. As a result, I have economy, so all my stuff is actually able to be casted. If he were faster, I could really do a turn 1 Pole Star and just buff everyone around me. Sadly, that is not the case. Now, since he's level 53 instead of what he was last time, he's actually faster than Lana. So, right there, the higher level stuff is kind of working against me. Double cast. Mass haste. Missed her because she hasted off of the counterattack thing. So we get a better return off the barrier. The artillery dudes in the corner will slow, so you can basically use barrier to give you 2 turns of protection on Lana to... Okay, good. He didn't take that away. 2 turns of... or 1 turn protection so that you can double cast him into the ground. So the nice thing about the haste is it's going to allow us to move. His name was Gubmint? Seriously? Now, he does counterattack, sadly, so... Aw, man, that sucks. In case you're wondering, when I did this the first time, I actually got 2 crits here and left him within an inch of death. As a result, Reiner cannot finish him off here. Even with a crit, it wouldn't be enough. Now, the worms can replace the lost units. I probably should go over them. Gut Spawn spawns random demon. Blister Burst, character dies. Next turn, all combatants will be dealt 1 turn dark damage. Can only be used on HP as critical. And then Gastric Acid, which will drain MP. Ultimately, we're going to just try to ignore this guy. Yes, his name is Gubmint. This one does the exact same things. So we're going to take a bit of a chance here. Plague Storm. Keep in mind, without any Hellhounds here, there's no chance of a counterattack or anything, really. No, my MP! In case you're wondering, that only stops me from, Did I... He's weakened, so he can't heal. He's weakened. Crippled. Defense down. Anything to the big cheese? No. It took his barrier. That's a good sign. That alone kind of makes it worth it. Okay, so to screw them into the ground, use the Energizer, not the Demoralizer on her, and we're gonna nuke the other guy. Get out of the blasting zone. Well, boom. Demon leather. And boom. So in case you're wondering, Lana's job, once the artillery dudes are taken out, is going to be just killing anything that spawns. So he has no debuff. He's stealing our haste, though, or he's trying to. If only that barrier weren't in the way, right? So I do need to replace that barrier, by the way. I'm cool with this. I'm just hoping for the... There we go! So keep in mind he will pass that around if given the opportunity. But seriously, one turn of that can take out a nice portion of his hit points. Okay, we did not lose MP, that's the important thing. I should point out he will absorb darkness, or he neutralizes darkness, he doesn't quite absorb it. So, keep that in mind when planning. So I'm going to go ahead and hit him here, it's not going to deal that much. The counterattack's probably going to hurt worse. Thing is, I need to take out the artillery dudes, so gonna head that way. Okay, that was interesting. Not good, but interesting. We'll keep being annoying. Looks like I missed the worm. We weakened him so he can't heal, but that's actually bad for me because once that spreads, I can't heal anymore. Energizer. Let's go right here. That's what I told you about. Yeah, this is worth it. Finish him. And I need that barrier back. Let's get up here where it's safe. Actually, we will do the Chivalrous Spirit here. I'm going to move over to the side so I don't have to take the hit and basically just let them move. So he lost a nice portion of HP there. He's immune, or he has it already? Okay, he has the poison. He heals off that. So the best I can probably do is just alicorn myself for the healing, that way I don't have to worry about losing my revive. Making sure I'm clear. Speed generator. Giving it to her because she can just nuke one of them into the ground. Perfect. Kinda glad I used alicorn right now. Reiner's gonna go have a little word with him. Oh no. The hell? Okay, double cast, Holy Locust. This right here is where I'm going to lose the barrier. But we can be cheap and finish him off with this. It's going to do this for healing. He kind of has to. And I don't know if I can hit him from this far away. Just a little short. He's pretty much at full. We'll give it to her, since she can probably do the most damage to him. Again, on the other side. There's our lucky crit. A little short. Okay, there's a chance I can kill him with a lucky crit here. Game, you suck. The actual good news, though, to be completely serious, is I haven't had any one of those BS rolls where, like, 99% chance and I miss. Have not seen that yet, which is a really good sign. So, right here we want to just holy him. Most likely the worms are going to vomit something up. So I'm getting in position for those. I walked right into one. Basically, they had to do that because he was going to start getting hammered really, really hard. Doing this for my hallowed mind. Poke. You missed. Yeah, there's nothing I can do to reach, so let's just go for this one. There's the crit I was fishing for. Your move, Ma. So he uses his global. Sadly, right here, Reiner's gonna get weakened. So do not blow up the worms, as tempting as that may seem. Doing so will only cause you more trouble. That sucks. Perfect. Surprise! Dark Core. Lana was the MVP, who would have guessed? We could obtain an energy fragment. We'll have to seal them all after all, otherwise it might come back again. Quickly, before it has time to retreat into its own realm. You were brought here by Ancient Covenant, and by Ancient Covenant you shall abide. Here is the token that signed the accord. By the sign of the token I confine your spirit, to be held in 5 heart-shaped prisons. the bonds to last as long as they beat. The beast is too strong. It won't be enough. There really is no other way. What's happening, Reiner? Is it not working? It will work. Have no fear. Kyrie, I wanted you to know. Thank you for always staying by my side, even after Alicia died. We might not be related by blood, but to me, you'll always be my true sister. And I know you'll make Teru a better place once this is all over. Reiner, what's wrong? This is coming out of nowhere. For the hearts to beat, for the bonds to hold, my blood is freely offered. And the pact is made, the seal complete. It worked! The maw has been sealed again! Very nicely done, Reiner. Reiner? Reiner! Sealed fate unlocked. This is the bad end. The title didn't give it away for you. So you're going to get a little bit of a scene here, or credit roll here, but then it's going to go to the main storyline if the other endings are... It's going to go into scenes a little bit after this. So right here you can see how big the development team is. Not exactly the biggest, but still. I wanted to see the artist thing because... Wow. So the artist and the writer are the same. Except she has two other people with her. Because sprite work-wise, this is several steps behind Final Fantasy Tactics, but that is a AAA studio at the time. I think it was Squaresoft when it first came out, and then became Square Enix a couple of years later. Anyway, compared to an indie studio. Although they had a nice amount of animations for Black Sigil, if I remember correctly. It is done. You are henceforth an immortal until the day the mantle becomes too heavy to bear. I can think of none better suited to sit amongst the council and keep watch over the realm, Kyrie. Or should I say Prima? No, I am not going to share Primus's title. Our eternal titles have promoted a sense of permanence and stability for the people. They need that now more than ever. And yet, yes, perhaps it would be wise to retire his title. And his memory. Since we are embarking upon a new beginning for the Council, perhaps Nyla would be a more fitting title for you then. Yes, all fine and good. Regardless of titles and other frippery, though, I fear we must address the more urgent matter at hand. We must replenish the Council's ranks without delay. This would be a rather unorthodox pilgrimage, but each of us must go and choose a mark post-haste. Very well, am I dismissed? We are equals now, Nyla. You needn't ask permission. I remember when I wasn't yet accustomed to outliving everybody, too. She'll grow out of it. I often wonder if we ask too much of our marked and those they care for. You mustn't dwell on it. Her brother made the right choice, for the good of the Council and all the realm. You're not going to bring Anity into this crap, are you? Kyrie. Anadine, I didn't expect to see you here. I would have thought you'd be busy with other things after your promotion to a full Arbiter. Congratulations, by the way. Yeah, I just wanted to help Yates clean up a bit around here first so we can go back to healing people. No job too small for an Arbiter, right? So, it looks like you went through with becoming an immortal after all. I know it's not what you wanted. Don't spare it a thought. It had to be done. But there has to be another way, Kyrie. Any other way than all of this. It's not right. Anadine, we've already gone over this. I have to believe that it was the only way. Otherwise it was all for nothing. Please, leave it be. I miss him too, Kyrie. He was a better Arbiter than any of us. Anyway, I came here to speak with Yates, but it's good that you're here too. Kyrie? It's good that you're here, because I need to choose a marked. Anadine, would you join me on the council? But you mean permanently? I won't order you to be my marked like Quintus did to me, but we need good people in charge during these dark times. And this might be selfish, but I could really use the company. I'm flattered, but can I have some time to think about it? Oh, Captain Kyrie. I mean, immortal Kyrie. Now, an immortal at my doorstep. What an honor. I'll choose to take that as sarcasm, Yates. It makes this easier. Let me get right to the point. I came to ask you something that has been bothering me. The longer I think about it, the more I wonder. Tell me, Yates, did you know? Did you know that a sacrifice was needed to seal the Maw away? Did you know what Reiner planned to do? You've always been honest if nothing else, so please, tell me. I did surmise as much, yes. I presume he wheedled the information about needing a catalyst from the Cow Elders and then swore them to silence about his intentions. You. Why didn't you raise your suspicions with me? With anyone? We could have saved him. If you were made aware of his choice, your personal attachments would have interfered with what needed to be done. I understood that. The Cow Elders understood that. And Reiner understood that. We should accept his gift graciously. Kill. Consume. Kyrie, stop! Anadine? Anadine, please give some thought to my offer, and quickly. I will have to come back later for your answer. As a doctor, I'm used to being vilified for speaking the truth, but that might be the most extreme response so far. My thanks, young lady, for your timely intervention. It appears you and I have both saved each other now. That wasn't Kyrie. That settles it. You can come out now, everyone. You on board with us after all this? You cannot bear any longer to be ruled over by a gaggle of old folks with naught but a demon between their ears, can ya? The council, it sends my mother to death. It forced Reiner into that horrible choice, and now it's poisoning Kyrie's mind. Yes, count me in. We're going to find a way to destroy them all for good. There has to be a way. Sedition it is, then. Music to my ears. And here's the proper credit roll where you get to see everyone. This will include the Kickstarter backers and stuff, so you can see them there. As for my thoughts on the game, check out the other video. I went into a little bit more detail there. Main thing that I liked about it, though, was the job system. There were quite a nice, like, I don't know if I mentioned this in the other one, so this will make this one somewhat exclusive, I guess. In Final Fantasy Tactics, I don't believe there was actually any reward for mastering the jobs. In Tactics on PSP, I think? Yeah, PSP, War of the Lions. You had to master 2 of the jobs to get the Dark Knight. Otherwise, for literally everything else, I don't know if there was actually any, like, stat boost for doing so. If I ever did decide to try to, like, upload Final Fantasy Tactics, which will not be happening in 2019, I can promise you that. When you see me play, I just hop around to what I need. Basically, the early jobs, I try to just get a couple skills, unlock the higher tier classes, and go from there. Stuff like Samurai is always fun. Basically, two-hand stuff and just mow stuff down with physical attacks. As for this one, it was kind of cool that you had 4 passives. 2 were required from your job, of course, which was actually nice because you didn't even get your job passives and tactics unless you equipped them. Like, there's a little minor details under the hood that I really liked, even though there are quite a few things in the big picture that needed some working. In case you're wondering, I did not back this game. You will not find me in this list. Not even paying attention for any, like, funny names, sadly. So yeah, those are my main thoughts. The funny thing is the whole Nyla name, which is oddly foreboding. I don't know if they plan on what they plan on doing for their 3rd game, with Black Sigil being their first in my book. But Nyla, well, there's one. Scott Thompson of Versus Thompson. That's probably the only good one, I guess. Even then, good is a very loose term. But anyway, going back to Nyla. A little bit of foreshadowing of what's to come. Discord community, I don't think I'm on their server. Discord testers. I did play this game a little bit in beta, just the very beginning. But in case you want a little bit of a summary, I'll keep an eye out for their 3rd game. A new outfit's been unlocked at the guild. I assume that's... We'll check that out real quick. So here's the save file from both. A secret dungeon is supposed to appear somewhere, I don't know where. We're gonna run over to the nearest guild, which is Jelly. Change appearance. We will do Lana. Or wait, she's using her class outfit. Actually, I think they all are. Yeah. So yeah, we'll go back to Lana. Class outfit, yes. I do not remember this one. That one's not too bad. The one that was unlocked was one of these 2, probably. But otherwise, all that's left is that secret dungeon, which I have no desire to do, to be perfectly honest with you guys. I'll just move around some random dots, see if I can trigger it somewhere. Real quick, we will open the menu. There's a chance I could have picked up something passively, but not too likely. He actually is. Grab that. Ah, man. We want that one. In case you want to do the true ending, the best ending, we're going to call it. I can't quite call it a true ending because I don't know if it's the canon one they're going to go with for anything in the future. There will be another fight where you go up against the final boss, so... And the immortals, I will warn you about that. So just be aware that there's quite a bit of stuff that can still be done. 2.3 versus 1.6. We're going with 2.3. Cannot be evaded, which is actually pretty cool too. I'm probably not going to come back to the game, just so you guys know, so don't expect the dungeon crap. Melcubus. We will grab Malice. Certain guys that can be pretty handy for. So the reason why I'm mentioning the secret dungeon is, if you want to get this, I believe the only place you'll find that enemy is in the dungeon. This might be necessary because this will be his unique job class, I guess, other than being the bug. And then you can use Kyrie or whatever you want. Up to you. I'm not gonna judge. Nothing. Gogan Bob. This is the place where I'd expect to learn something, to be honest. Nothing. Santina. We will run over to the Lodestar Henge. Nothing there. I believe it's supposed to be some kind of forest, but maybe it's a desert. Arbiters, if I could have a moment of your time. Of course. What's on your mind, friend? Town has recently come under attack by undead and demonic creatures. The raids began shortly after the troubles in Ulster. Hunters tracked them to a nearby forest, but were unable to locate a lair. It's like they're just appearing in the woods. Whatever their provenance, our people are scared. Can you help us, Arbiter? We have much to occupy us these days, but what you describe is very odd. We'll look into this. You have our gratitude, but please be careful out there. Something's not right in those woods. If only I was 10 years younger. And here you go, the Ancient Path. So this is the dungeon, as I mentioned. I will step on here just to see. Enemy levels cap at 50. And they mentioned the whole Long Dead Civilization thing. You have to go in here to get the various treasures if you want to get the full treasure achievement. And from what I understand, these are more like puzzle levels than anything. It's not quite like the optional dungeon in Tactics, but maybe it is. If you didn't know, the optional one in Tactics is a random tile that you have to step on that will allow you to go deeper. I'm hoping that's not the case here, but I really can't tell. But otherwise, folks, this was your bad ending video. You get to see what else is unlocked. You get to see the Ancient Path if you want to go for it. I'm good to call it quits here. Instead, we have to embrace the nihilism for what's coming in the future. Until then, I am the Hero of Light. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.